talking about doing a fabulous job. This gentleman does a wonderful, wonderful presentation and a great training. If you're new to the business, make sure you're taking notes and pay close attention to Rick. He's going to be giving you pearls of wisdom here. If you follow this basic concept that we bring to the table, you can't fail. It's automatic success without product and our price point and all of the things that make us unique. This is truly an incredible opportunity, and I'm speaking to the new people on the call tonight particularly. With that in mind, I want to bring on Mr. Weston, who's going to be a trainer this evening. He comes to us with 20 years of industry experience. He's created sales marketing systems for several other industries and other companies. He actually has owned traditional businesses like myself for many years. He's been in the mortgage business, automotive industry. Just goes on right now. He currently owns a company that develops software. So this man knows the intricacies of marketing, and so pay close attention to what he's bringing to the table. With that, guys, it gives me great pleasure to bring on Rick Weston. Rick, are you there?
Yes, I am, George. Thank you very much. Thank you for that wonderful introduction, and I just want to say, thank you for all that you do with My Fun Life. With the moderation that you do and the presentation that you do. I also know that you're building an incredible team here at My Fun Life, and really, like Rob was saying earlier, really indicative of the type of leadership that is attracted to this company. I've never, in my 20 years of experience, been involved with a company that literally attracts leader after leader after leader after leader in the infancy, in the pre-launch stage of a company like this. It's been absolutely amazing. One thing I always like to ask, when I started training like this, is just a couple questions, and one of them is, who here, mentally raise your hand if you're here because you're here at this training because you want to learn how to maximize your business with My Fun Life. You want to explode your business with My Fun Life. Or maybe you're here because you just want to change your life. If that's you, you guys are at the right place at the right time with this company. I know, like George said earlier, I've been involved in the industry for about 20 years. I got involved with my first company that was a health and nutrition company, just before my 19th birthday, and was able, to go out with that company and was fortunate enough to have an organization of over, 14,000 active representatives with that company in about a year and a half. I've been involved in online marketing for I think about the last 10 years or so, even, going out and earning as much as $100,000 in a 3-month period, marketing other people's products and services. And now currently owning a software company that helps people in the network marketing industry to build and develop sales teams online with the software that we develop. It's just been an absolute treat to be involved with My Fun Life. This company is like nothing that I've ever seen in 20 years that I've been involved in the industry. And my goal tonight with this Fast Start training is to show you guys how you can take this really unique company and go out and build a business like what Rob was saying. It's like an iPad business. It's not a home-based business. This is an everywhere business. If you have an internet connection, a cell phone, you're in business, guys. It's just with a phone or an internet connection. Either way, you're ready to go. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And the first thing I really like to talk about tonight, first thing is about dreaming. And get the slide to move forward. Here we go. And when we talk about our dreams, talk about dreaming big dreams, because small ones have absolutely zero power in your life. And I remember when I was a kid, and maybe you guys can relate to this, I remember growing up, going out and playing Army guys or whatever. You had a great imagination, right? You also had dreams. You wanted to go out and build a huge, build a business or become a millionaire, or become an astronaut. I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be a race car driver too. And I got halfway there. I get a lot of speeding tickets. I am halfway there. But no, it's, when you're a kid, you remember you had all these just fantastic, amazing dreams. And then as you grow up and you go through life and everything, then all of a sudden you start having your dreams kind of get chipped away a little bit. Your friends, your family, the people that you know, without necessarily meaning to, they kind of chip away at your dreams. They tell you things. Oh, that's only if you're lucky. Okay, getting wealthy is for lucky people. You got to be really lucky, right? Or XYZ. It doesn't happen to everybody. Or those are, oh, you're just dreaming. That's a pipe dream. Have you heard those things before? Okay, those people are dream stealers. Okay, they're stealing your dreams from you. Don't allow them to do that. Dream big dreams. I know in my office I like to put things up on my wall like photos or flyers for like a house that I want to buy. The other day I was driving by, I found this house. It's like $10 million. Okay, what did I do? I grabbed the flyer and it's up on my wall because I want that house. Maybe not that specific house, but the idea of that house or the idea of that car, that dream that you want to get. And so I want to challenge you guys right now to open up your minds and start dreaming again. Start dreaming about that $10 million house, okay? It's not, the payment on that, $78,000, $80,000 a month. Did you know that there's people in this industry that make $1 million a month? Is it possible for you to go out and get that $10 million house? Absolutely. But only if you have that dream. Only if you dream that dream can you go out and achieve it. So how do we do this? We've got to find our why. How do you become successful in business? How do you become successful in My Fun Life or any business? Is finding your why. When I go out and I talk to people and I ask them, I say, why are you involved in this business? Why do you want to be in My Fun Life? 9 times out of 10, the first answer is, I want to make money. Well, that's not a good enough why. You can do anything to make money, guys. You can get a job to make money. This is a business, okay? To be successful in your business, you have to have a strong why. A strong why is the compelling reason that drives every single action of your life in relation to that business. Okay, that's what your why is. A strong why could be something like related to your family. Maybe you want to bring your mom and dad home from the nursing home so you can take care of them in their old age at your home. So other strangers, not other strangers, but so strangers are not taking care of your family. Maybe you want to send your kids to the best schools that money can buy. Okay, maybe you want to move out of the neighborhood you've been in for the last 20 years due to economic reasons, okay, and the place is just falling apart. You want to get out of there. You want to go to a new neighborhood. You want to go to a place that's thriving and lively and positive for you and your family. Maybe that's what your why is. You need to find a why that's strong enough that you'll get up in the morning, go out and build this business. You'll get up, middle of the night to talk to your team over in Singapore, okay? You'll get up early in the morning to talk to your team over on the East Coast or to talk to them over in the UK, all right? That is how strong your why has to be. Your why has to be so strong that you won't give up. That's the key here. The key to your success really is just not giving up, guys. That really is the key to your success. And so a lot of times what happens is that people will go out and they don't have a strong enough why to get into the business. It's just they want to make money. And so the first little bump in the road comes along and they quit because, well, if owning your own business was easy, wouldn't everybody do it? Absolutely, right? So having your own business and building your own business isn't necessarily quote unquote easy. It takes time and effort, okay? You got to go in and build your business, and to get that, to be able to have the stick-to-itiveness, you have to have a strong why to do that. Now, let's talk about the slides to move forward here today. All right, let's talk about the reasons come first, and your answers will come second. And that really is what happens. A lot of times people ask, well, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do this? How do I do that? And then I always look at them and say, well, what's your why? Why are you in this business? Because if your why is strong enough, you'll figure out the how. All right? Now, let's talk about law of attraction. Thoughts become things. Energy is the key to creation, and we talk about how everything was once a thought. Now, when we talk about thoughts become things, I always like to talk about. I've got a family member of mine that everything starts from a thought, whether it's positive or negative. If you start out your day with positive thoughts, you're probably going to have a pretty good day. But if you start out your day with negative thoughts, you're probably going to have a fairly negative day. And for example, one of my family members, she likes to go on Facebook and anything that is going wrong in her life at that moment, she posts on Facebook. She doesn't really post anything positive. She posts mainly negative things. And for instance, I remember one day waking up and about 10 o'clock in the morning, I looked on my Facebook and she had put a post up there that said something along the lines of, I thought today was going to be a great day, but XYZ happened and now it's horrible, the day's ruined. I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, well, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, give it a little chance. Okay? But what she does is she's attracting all that negativity to her. She's actually giving it more power by writing it down. It's even worse. It's worse than just thinking a negative thought. You actually took the time to log in to your Facebook account, sit down, type out all this negative stuff, and then you wonder why your day sucks, okay? Why you're having a bad day, right? And that is what happens. And so why not reverse that around? Put out positive things into the universe. Put out positive thoughts, positive ideas, and you will attract that positivity back to you. You know, you see Steve Jobs there, and we look at Apple. You know, he had the idea of Apple. Well, everything was once a thought. You know, Apple, what it is today, wasn't what it was, 20 years ago when it was just a thought. Okay? Now today, Apple has changed the world. One person changed the world with one idea. Millions upon millions of people use Apple to better their lives in various ways. Okay? I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of you guys that are on iPhones right now or have them sitting within 3 feet of you, because I know 90% of the people in the world do. Okay? That is the power of thoughts. And last thing I want to talk about is focusing on your goals. That's a millionaire mindset. Millionaires have goals. Okay? Broke people don't, generally. All right? Don't have a lot of them. Okay? And I'm making this broad spectrum, I guess, comparison. But what you want to do is you really need to set your goals. Have that millionaire mindset. Okay? Set your 1 year, your 5 year, your 10-year goals for your business and your personal life. Okay? And very, very important. Now let's talk about the belief level, which equals confidence. And I like to say belief level. I actually like to say faith level, because have you ever met somebody with faith? Are they unshakable? Absolutely. You can believe in anything, but if you have faith in something, you are unstoppable. That's why in the Bible, it says, it takes the amount of faith the size of a mustard seed to move a mountain, right? It doesn't take the size of a mountain of faith to move a mustard seed. Okay, it's the reverse. It takes very little faith, because if you have faith, can you have doubt at the same time? Absolutely not. So if you just have a little bit of faith, you have absolutely no doubt about your business. And where you need to have these areas of belief would be in the company, the industry, the product, the compensation plan, and you. And I like to say you first, because you really need to believe in yourself first. Remember earlier when I was talking about dreams and dream stealers, a lot of times in life, we've been programmed, excuse me, we've been programmed to not be successful. We've been programmed to not be successful by our friends, by our family members, by our school system, okay, by our education system in general. We've been programmed to be employees, okay? You've been programmed to be taught that you're not good enough to go out and be massively successful, okay? They don't necessarily say that to you directly, but when was the last time did you go to somebody with a great idea, for a business, or you saw an opportunity? Maybe this isn't the first opportunity you've seen. You went to somebody and said, wow, look at this business. And they go, oh, that just doesn't sound like a great idea, right? Well, the real reason why they say that, they're afraid that you're going to be successful. You're going to leave them. That's really what it is. Your friends, your family, all these people, they on the outside, they may want to, they may show that they want to see you be massively successful, but deep down inside, they really don't want you to be. And so they'll sabotage you unintentionally, unconsciously, by the things that they say and the things that they do. So right now, the first thing you need to do is you need to believe in yourself. You have the ability, every single person that's on this call, on this webinar right now, has the ability to be massively successful with My Fun Life. Congratulations. You guys can all do it. You just need to believe in yourself, have faith in yourself that you can do it. And how do you get that? You get that through training, spending time learning about the business, learning how to do a three-way call, learning how to approach people about the business, learning how to answer the questions they might have about the products or the services and all these different things, learning how to do all the different areas, the skill sets of the business in order to go build it. That's how you start getting more and more faith in yourself, okay, is by doing that. The other thing you need to believe in is the company. Got to know that this company is run by people that know this industry inside and out. When Rob was talking about Dan Edwards, I've had the pleasure of knowing Dan for about 18, 19 years now, I guess about 19 years now. And I will tell you this, everything that he touches turns to gold. That's enough for me, guys. I'll follow him until the end of time with anything that he goes and does, because I know what he does becomes successful. Okay, I have absolutely no doubt whatsoever that this company is going to be massively successful. I've been offered master distributorship positions with other companies that pay tens of thousands of dollars a month. And I'm staying here at My Fun Life because I believe in the company and the people behind the company. The industry, you got to believe in the industry, knowing that we're in multiple industries, but first of all, you got to believe in the mobile app industry. You know, Rob was talking about how 2 billion downloads a week. Guess what? It's going to be a day next year. 2 billion mobile app downloads a day. Is there a huge marketplace, a huge opportunity in the mobile app industry? Absolutely. How about the excuse me, how about the travel industry, our first app that we're in? $6.3 trillion industry. Okay, second only to food. Is that a good industry? Absolutely. Now let's talk about our products. I don't know if you guys have caught this yet or not, but what we do with our products and how we distribute our products is completely different from any other network marketing company out there right now that I've seen. And the difference is this. While other companies go out and they manufacture a product or they source a service or source a product, and then they take that product and they establish a wholesale price for that product that's been marked up for what? To cover commissions to their sales organization. What we do with My Fun Life is completely different. We don't go out and source a product or a service and then take that product and service and mark it up and then sell it to our reps at an inflated price so that the company can make money and pay out commissions. The company sells memberships and gives the products at wholesale to our members. Completely different product model. Now, what Rob was talking about earlier, when we come out with our health app, for instance, and we go into the health industry, imagine this. You know, what we're doing for travel, where we give these condos and luxury timeshares at wholesale cost. That's why you can get those extreme savings on those week-long stays. What if we do that for the health industry? You know, I remember when I was in the health industry, I'm super excited about this personally, but I remember getting started in the health industry and going out and selling bottles of shampoo for $12 a bottle, or diet products for $50, $60 a month for a product. What if you could sell a membership for $25 and that gives people access to wholesale pricing on those same products and services? What if that diet product, instead of being $60 a month, was only $30 or was only $15? I mean, I don't know what the price is going to be, but we all know that there's a huge amount of markup in those types of products and services. We're going to do that with every single product that we release, every single industry that we go into. We're going to dominate. You know, when other people and other companies, other network marketing companies, especially the health industry, I think, when they find out what we're doing with My Fun Life, we're going to turn those companies on their heads. They're not going to be able to keep up. Okay? They're not going to be able to compete with a company with the type of marketing model that My Fun Life has. And we're going to attract hundreds of thousands of representatives from those companies to My Fun Life because why? It's a better vehicle. It moves faster, it's more maneuverable, it's easier to sell, and you can make more money. Which company do you want to be in? My Fun Life, absolutely. And the last thing we want to talk about is the comp plan. You know, being in the software industry, I'm kind of a little bit geeky. I love numbers. I love crunching numbers. Love doing algorithms. I'm one of those guys. And when I looked at this compensation plan, I tore it apart. And the thing that impresses me about this compensation plan is that it not only does it pay veterans incredibly well to go out and build a business with My Fun Life, it pays brand new people in business or in networking incredibly well as they're learning the business. The qualifications are easy, the payouts are high, and the product is simple to sell. This compensation plan is absolutely dynamic. When Rob was talking about the coded bonus, I mean, that is my favorite part of the comp plan. You know, when you're talking about that other company that created 8,000 millionaires in 6 years, that was on an average of 11 to 25 cents per customer for coding. Our coding starts out at $5. How many millionaires do you think the My Fun Life compensation plan is going to make? It's going to be absolutely obscene. Okay. Next thing we want to talk about right now, we want to talk about prospecting. And your list is your greatest asset. Phone contacts, Facebook friends, Twitter followers, email list, friends, family, school, church. literally endless possibilities. The average person knows 100 people that they can write down on a list. Okay, friends, family, associates, business contacts. You want to put down your tax accountant. Those guys are fantastic to work with. Why? Because everybody that they know is what? A business owner. Okay, who would you like to have in your business? People that are already in business? Absolutely. People that can already see an opportunity when once presented? Absolutely. You know, a lot of times, you know, opportunity is opportunity. It's the same for everybody, right? It just depends on perspective. And when you're going out and you're marketing and you're talking to people, you know, go after those folks that you think will have the right perspective, that will get it. You know, first thing. You know, my girlfriend and I, we like to go on walks all the time, and this summer, you know, we like to go on this one walk that we go on. We go by the same place all the time, and on the sidewalk, there was this penny on the ground all summer long. We'd walk by it for about 2-3 weeks, I think. This penny sitting there, and it was we'd look at it and see it. My girlfriend would look and go, oh, look, there's a penny on the ground. Oh, it's tails up. Unlucky, not going to get it, right? We walked by it for like 3 weeks. So one day, I looked down and I just took the penny, I turned it over heads up, left it in exactly the same spot, and the very next day when we walked by, the penny was gone. Why is that? Perspective. Okay? The same thing when you're out prospecting. Okay, the opportunity was the same. Okay? The penny's a penny. It's worth a penny, right? No matter what. Heads up or tails up, doesn't matter. But because it was heads up, now all of a sudden it had more perceived value. Well, your prospects are kind of the same way. When you're talking with prospects, when you talk with people that get business, that get opportunity, okay, so what I'm saying here is go after everybody, but focus on people that you think are going to get it, okay, right away, and that will see the opportunity for what it is, that they'll see it as being heads up. And business people are some of your best contacts. So where else can you get contacts? Facebook friends. You know, you're on Facebook and you're messaging your family, your friends, etc. Now, one thing you want to remember when you're on Facebook, word of advice, don't go on there and just blast all over Facebook every 5 minutes about My Fun Life. It's going to drive people crazy. It's going to annoy your friends and family, and they're going to silence your posts. Okay? And so what you want to do is you want to let people know what you're doing. Maybe put it up on your status update. Put it up into your work field and put up your websites for My Fun Life in your website area and in your profile, and do that. But when you contact people on Facebook, I think the best way, what I find to be most effective, is to actually contact people directly, send them a message, and let them know why you are contacting them specifically about joining the business, why you want them to be in your business. Make it personal, and you'll get a lot better results. Now, some people, you know, I talk to them and they say, you know, I don't know that many people. Well, that's fine. You don't need to know that many people, just a few. But let's say you're one of those folks that says, you know what, I'm a hermit. I live in my house. I don't ever go out and talk to anybody. I don't do anything. Well, this is the thing. We're in networking, right? This is the networking industry. Start networking a little bit. Broaden your horizons a little bit. Maybe you've got kids in school. Go to the PTA meetings. Meet the other parents. You know, one thing that always comes up is, what do you do for work? Well, I'm actually in this really amazing business that's involved in the mobile app industry. Wow, really? Wow. Yeah, I'd love to give you some information on it. It's very simple to start up those conversations. Okay, your email list. Maybe you've got a list of people that you can just send out an email to. Now, one thing you want to do is you make sure that you follow up with those people, because just sending them an email is not enough. You got to follow up with them also. So very, very simple. Endless possibilities for who you can talk to for prospecting. Now let's talk about tools for success. Back office. Our back office with My Fun Life is absolutely incredible. In the last 20 years, I've never seen a company with as many tools and resources in the back office. I remember when I started in the business, you know, we didn't even have internet websites. We actually, to get our genealogies and stuff like that, we actually had to call into a phone number and enter our fax number, and then they would fax your genealogy report to you. So imagine getting like 14,000 people faxed to you on a genealogy report. You know, that's like a ream of paper, right? So a lot of paper there. Now you've got it all access instantly right to your back office. Very, very nice. You have our lead capture pages. We have some example email ads. We have our Powerline system, which Rob talked about a little bit earlier, about how the Powerline system works for building your business. And simply put, what that does, if you didn't catch that earlier, is as people come into the lead capture pages and they enter in their name and email, they're time-stamped. and they get placed in kind of like a holding tank, one after another, and and then they are given the opportunity to upgrade on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11:59 p.m. Pacific during the week to upgrade before other people that joined after them upgrade. And so if other people if they upgrade and some other people that joined after them upgrade later on, then they end up down into their group. Some of them can end up in there. So that's kind of how the power line system works. Then of course we already talked about Facebook. Prospecting cards, another way to go out and build your business. Drop cards that you can drop out with in different business locations and stuff like that, where you kind of have a little catchy phrase on them. We will be having those drop cards available in in our shopping cart system that's coming online here shortly. You'll be able to get that as well. Your lists, of course, of people that you know. And then the last thing I'd like to talk about real quick is the three-way calls and the edification game. And if you can master this one part right here, the three-way call and edification game, if you can master these two parts right here, you can have a massively successful business with My Fun Life. And when we talk about three-way calls, there's a proper way to do a three-way call and a proper way to edify someone. And so this is how it works. And I just want you to imagine three circles here. Here's a circle here at the top. There's a circle down the bottom left-hand corner and a circle in the bottom right-hand corner. The one at the top is your expert. This is your mentor, your sponsor, the person that brought you into the business, or the person that you're working with as a leader to help you to build your business. Okay. Then down in the lower left-hand corner, that's you. And then the lower right-hand corner is your prospect. Let's say it's your friend or family member. Now, between yourself and your friend or family member, your prospect, you should have trust. You know each other, they trust you, but they don't necessarily respect your business decisions. Maybe you've been involved in other businesses in the past and haven't had success, and they remember that, and so they're a little bit jaded about your ability to go out and build a business, but they trust you enough to take a look at something. Now, between you and a brand new person that you just met, don't you automatically have respect for that person? You give them a certain level of respect, right? Well, that's your expert. And so between your expert and your prospect, there should be respect automatically. Now it's up to that person that you give respect to lose the respect or to build the respect by their actions and by what they say or do, right? And so how do we use this to go out and build our business and build it effectively? Well, we use this through edification game, and the way that works is like this. You're talking to your friend, your family member, or prospect, and what you want to do is you want to edify your expert. Edify the person that you're working with, and that just simply means you're going to say the good, positive qualities about them to your prospect. So maybe you're talking to Tim, he's your prospect, and you're talking about your expert John. And you say, I've been working with my mentor John for about the last 2 months. He's been involved with the business for about 6 months. He's a Ruby with My Fun Life right now, and he's just building an incredible team. And I've got him on the phone right now. And John, if you could just take a couple of minutes to talk with my friend Tim about the business, that would be fantastic, right? And you turn the call over to your expert. Now what you're going to do is this. I want you to imagine, here you are right here, down in the lower left-hand corner. I want you to imagine a plant growing here. What do plants do? Nothing, right? They're quiet. They quietly grow and develop. That's what I want you guys to do. You're going to quietly grow and develop, listening to your expert talk with your prospect, and you're not going to say a word, okay? Because the one thing you never, ever, ever want to do is interrupt or interject with your expert while they're talking to your prospect, because you just took away all of the respect for your expert in the eyes of your prospect, okay? Because if you interrupt or do anything like that, it's kind of like you're not allowing your expert to do their job, okay? And so you don't ever want to do that. So let your expert do the job, turn the call over to your expert, let them finish it up, and then you'll be able to close your prospect on joining the business a lot more effectively by doing that. Now, we talk about fortune is in the follow-up. I cannot stress this enough, especially if you are doing any kind of marketing online and you're getting online prospects. You need to follow up with them, because if you don't follow up with them, then they're going to not think that you're taking the business seriously, so why should they, right? Same thing with your friends and family. You send an email to your friend or family member because you didn't want to pick up the phone and talk to them about the business, and then you never follow up with them, they are not going to join the business 99% of the time, because most of the time they're just waiting for you to call them so that they can then get into the business, okay? But if you don't call them, then they don't think that you're that active in the business or you're that concerned about the business, and so why should they be, right? And so it's very, very important you follow up with people. Now, the next thing we want to talk about is the comp plan. And we always talk about 3 to get 3, 10 times fills the matrix. And one thing with the force matrix, a lot of times people look at a force matrix and they go, "Gosh, it's a force matrix. That means I don't have to work." Well, no. I mean, you want to go out and you want to build your business. Leaders will create spillover while others will just wait around and hope for it, okay? And so, normally with spillover, you go out and you sponsor your first 3 people, your 4th person and beyond will go under somebody down in your group. And what you really want to do is you really want to focus on going out and getting your first 3 and just duplicating that, teaching everybody to go out and get 3 people minimum, okay, to go out and build the business and build it out. Don't wait around for spillover. Go out and create spillover. You have a lot more excitement in your organization. You'll get that momentum going with your team and really go out and build your business, because a lot of times when people are talking about spillover or waiting around for spillover, they're not contributing to the momentum of the organization. And so we want to try to make this as easy as possible. Go out and get 3 people. It's kind of like, if you're going to go out and would it be easier to roll a 10-foot tall snowball and roll it around, or is it easier to take a 3-inch snowball and roll it up, right? Well, a lot easier to roll up a 3-inch snowball and then roll that around on the ground, right? And then what happens as it starts getting bigger? It starts moving under its own weight. So you could have a 10, 15, 20-foot tall snowball that you're moving around, but as long as you keep the momentum going, it's going to move under its own weight and get going faster and faster and faster and faster. And that's really the same thing when you're going out and building your business. Getting 3 to get 3, 10 times fills the matrix. Build a small snowball first, and then help your guys go out and do the same thing, and pretty soon you're going to have a huge snowball moving under its own weight. Let's talk about the Fast Start Club and Master Action Plan. This is our 10-week challenge to total financial freedom. And again, getting 3 in 7 days, that puts $25 in your pocket. That's part of the Fast Start Club. And by doing that in your first 3 weeks, now you repeat that the next week and help your 3 get 3. You duplicate that process for 10 weeks, and you are financially free. In fact, if you did that and it was 100% perfectly worked out that way, you would fill your matrix up in 10 weeks. Now, of course, we all know, you're not going to go out and everybody's not going to go out and get 3, get 3, get 3. But again, going back to the snowball analogy, if you just focus on building the small snowball first and then building it up, maybe your first 3 guys, maybe only one of those guys goes out and gets 3. And you get another guy and he goes out and gets 3. Now you got 2 guys that have gone and done it. And you work with their people, and then you see how it kind of starts working and growing and developing on an exponential rate as you start growing your business. One thing I like to talk about here is just an example of the fast track bonus. This is based on the coded bonuses, and give you an example of what you could do in a 10-week period. And so let's say you went out in your first week and you got 3 personals yourself, means you have a team of 3. You made your fast start bonus $25, and you got a $25 bonus that week. Your second week, you go out and get 3 more. You have a total, you got 12 on your team now, right? Because they go out and get 3 each. These first 3 do, right? And now you start earning got your $5 fast start bonuses, so you got $15 that week. Now in week number 3, you get 3 more. Team is now 39. You start seeing the bonuses start adding up. You got $45 in $5 fast start bonuses, $24 in $8 fast start bonuses for a total of $69. And this process keeps repeating, and you start looking along here in about week 6. You start looking at about $2,235 a month in weekly coded bonuses, just based on you going out and getting 3 and each of your people getting 3 each week. Week number 7, $6,700, and you see here by week number 10, it's all the way up to $184,935 in weekly coded bonuses. Again, just as an example, we all know that it doesn't work out perfectly like that. But what if you only got 50% there? What if you only got 10% there? Would you be happy with $18,000 a week? What if you only accomplished 1% of that? Would you be happy with $1,800 a week? Could you live on it? I think so. Absolutely. This is a very good example of what you can do with the coded bonus and just how powerful that coded bonus is. This doesn't include matrix pay, matching bonuses, or anything else. Pretty amazing. Now let's talk about our car bonus. Car bonus to qualify, there's 3 different levels for the car bonus. The first one is the only one that's been announced so far. It's a $400 monthly car allowance at the Sapphire rank. In order to qualify for that, you need to have 20 personals, and you need to have 1,000 people in your organization with a minimum of 250 in each of your 3 legs. This can come from overflow in the matrix, or from your own personal sponsoring, or from your organization sponsoring. It doesn't matter. Now, that's at $400. The Ruby and Diamond levels have not been announced yet. However, I do know in talking with corporate that we're looking to put people into exotic cars. So be looking for exotic level types of car bonuses, not just luxury car kind of bonuses, but exotic cars, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, etc. In fact, Dan Edwards, our CEO and one of the founders of the company, just announced here a few weeks ago that for Diamond level rank members that have 50,000 or more people in their organization with 15,000 people per leg, that they will earn a paid-for title in hand Lamborghini. Not a lease, not a monthly payment or anything like that. You will get a Lamborghini with the title ready to go. Okay, I think that is an amazing, amazing bonus, and just absolutely amazing to be in a company that has a $25 product to have that kind of bonus out there and available. Now let's talk about duplication is everything. I know we talked a lot about duplication tonight. It really is the key to the castle. And if you just look at the penny double theory, one penny doubled every single day for a month is $10 million on day 30. Okay, but in the beginning, the first 3 weeks, there's really not a whole lot of money there, guys. It takes time to duplicate and grow your business, or to grow that income, in this case up to the 10 million. Same thing with your business. When you go out and you're out building your business, your first month, you might have a few people on your team, and you're not super excited or anything, but then you get a guy that starts going out and building the business exactly the same way you are. He's duplicating, okay? He's putting man hours into the business to duplicate your efforts. In business, when we go out and we hire, 10 employees, and we have them working 8 hours a day, well, that's 80 man hours, right? Well, the same thing with your network marketing business. You need to get other people involved that are out doing the same kind of activities, the same kind of work that you are on a daily basis, and it just takes time to allow your group to grow to that point where it hits that critical mass point, and you start growing exponentially within your organization. A lot of times, the reason why people fail in networking or in business in general is because they don't give their business the time needed to grow. A lot of times, they'll look at a business, and if this is you, this is a caution to you right now. If you've been involved in more than 5 businesses in the last, let's say 12 months or 18 months, okay, you are a serial opportunity seeker, and what you need to do is you need to plant your feet one place and go to work, because this is what happens. Draw another picture. If one of your friends came to you and said, hey, you know what, I'm going to open up a coffee shop down at the mall, okay, it's $5,000 a month for the rent, and hire employees, stock the place with coffee, start serving coffee and doing all this stuff, and if we're not making money, making a profit in 6 months, we're going to shut down the business, we're going to retool everything, we're going to open up a sandwich shop instead, or a sewing shop instead, okay, something completely different, and we're going to do it again, and if we're not making money in 6 months, we're going to quit, we're going to retool everything, redo everything, and start again. What would you say to your friend if they told you that? You say they're crazy, right? Say, I'm sorry, I love you, you're a great friend, but you're absolutely insane. You're never going to be successful doing that. Why is it that people do that when they get involved in a network marketing business? What is different? Absolutely nothing. It's a business. Treat it like a business. Give your business time to grow and develop and to be successful. One thing that all networkers who make over $100,000 a month have in common is what? They didn't quit. They didn't stop building their business. Okay? This is how you get the leveraging factor, is by allowing your business to grow and develop, allowing your team to start duplicating where people are starting to do the same things, the same actions you are, and then allow that to grow and develop over time, and you'll have massive success. So last thing I want to talk about is leadership and having a long-term vision and really, having a purpose-driven life. a lot of times, when you're looking at a business like this, again, it goes back to what we just talked about, is having long-term vision. You can't look at this business and think 6 months I'm going to be rich. Okay? Could happen, absolutely. Go out there, build it, but don't be expecting that in 6 months you're going to be massively successful and making $30,000 a month or whatever that number is that you have in your head for being massively successful. The average person, it's 10 grand. That's the magic number, right? So the thing is, don't go into this business or any business thinking that in 6 months you're going to have all that massive success. You have to build with long-term vision, and you have to project that long-term vision to your team and make sure that they understand they got to have long-term vision to go out and build this business. One thing that will help with that is having a purpose-driven life. Finding that why. Why is it, you have the why for why you're building the business on a personal level, but you also can have a purpose-driven life as far as, extending beyond yourself. I know for myself, I build this business, I build my team because I want to help the people on my team to have success, where maybe they haven't had success before. I mean, it absolutely breaks my heart when my reps call me or send me an email. I've had this last couple of months where I've had people that sent me emails or sent me, give me a call and said, this year I don't think I'm going to be able to even get presents for my kids for Christmas this year. Absolutely breaks my heart. So that's why I do this. I want to help people to become successful. That's what I want. It could be totally different for you, in relation to this business. But if you want to be a leader, you got to lead with vision and have a purpose outside of yourself to go out and build this business. And with that, where can you be in 1, 5, or 10 years? I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. So, last thing I want to say, just never, ever, ever give up. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and turn this call back over to Mr. George Capote. George, are you there, sir?
Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Oh, okay. Well, great job again. Like always, Rick. It's incredible the energy and the fun that you bring to the table with your presentation. We're running a little past the hour here. I had the 30 minutes that we allow for this, so I'm sure that everyone in attendance is happy to have gone over. The information is just unbelievable. I hope you took good notes. And don't forget, tomorrow night, same time, we have the corporate update, which should be loaded with new information. Every day at this point, we are just waiting for new exciting stuff to arrive, and tomorrow should be one of those days. Having said that, guys, Rick, I want to thank you again, and thanks to Rob for his earlier presentation. And I want to thank everyone on the call this evening, and we will see you tomorrow evening. Good night, everybody.